Hi, everyone. In this video of phrasal verbs, we will be focusing on 6 new phrasal verbs from the book, Phrasal Verbs with Pictures. We will analyze their meanings, make some sentences, do some exercises, and lastly, watch some movie scenes where these phrasal verbs are used. Before we start, please remember that this video comes with subtitles in many languages, and yours can be one of them. You can go to the setting and activate subtitles anytime you want. So, if you're ready, sit back and enjoy the class. All right, well, here is a list of today's phrasal verbs. Break away, break down, break into, break out, break through, break up. Let's get started with the first one. All right, let's talk about break away. Break away has 2 meanings, and the first one is to get free of someone or something. So if you break away from someone or something who is trying to hold you, you free yourself and run away. Here is one example. She broke away from him and rushed out into the street. The second meaning of break away is to separate from someone or something. We can see this meaning in this sentence here. He had to break away from her and start a new life in a different country. Break down has not 1, not 2, but 3 meanings. The first and the most common is to stop working, as in this example. After my chainsaw broke down, I had to use an axe to cut the rest of the wood. It has another meaning, which is to collapse emotionally. So if someone breaks down, they lose control of themselves and usually start crying, as we can see in this example. After hearing the sad news, the young woman broke down in tears. The third meaning of breakdown is to demolish something. For example, if you break down a door or barrier, you hit it so hard that it falls to the ground. Okay, let's use it in a sentence. Firefighters were called in to break down the door, which was locked inside. Break into has 2 meanings. The first one is to make a forcible entry into some place. If someone breaks into a building, they get into it by force. Take a look at this example in the book. Somebody has broken into my apartment and stole my black and white TV. Weird, isn't it? The second meaning of break into is to start something suddenly. For example, if someone breaks into a run, they suddenly start running. And if they break into a song, they suddenly start singing. We can see it in this example here. My mother was fine this morning, but she broke into tears at the funeral. Break out has a single meaning, which is to start, but it's used for something unpleasant like war, fire, a fight, etc. Let's take a look at this example. I was only a child when the war broke out. Break through means to overcome an obstacle or a difficulty. So if you break through, you achieve success even though there are some difficulties and obstacles on your way. Look at this example. I broke through the poverty barrier, and it was education that did it. Break up has not 1, not 2, but 3 different meanings. The first one is to end a relationship. If you break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend, husband or wife, your relationship with that person ends, as in this example. Is there an easy way to say, I want to break up with you? And the answer is probably no. Its second meaning is to fall apart into pieces. When something breaks up, it separates or is divided into several smaller parts. For example, the house is so old that the plaster on the walls is breaking up. And its third meaning is to divide something into smaller parts. It's like the second meaning, but this time it's us who do the action, as in this sentence. You should break up the chocolate and melt it in a pot. And here is a quick summary. Break away, to get free of someone or something. To separate from someone or something. Break down, to stop working. To collapse emotionally. To demolish something. Break into, to make a forcible entry into some place. To start something suddenly. Break out, to start. Break through, to overcome an obstacle or a difficulty. Break up, to end a relationship. To fall apart into pieces. To divide something into smaller parts. Okay, cool. Now that we are done with all 6 phrasal verbs in this unit, it's time to do some exercises. We are going to solve one of each 4 different types of exercises in the book. Multiple choice, fill in the blanks, synonym, and translation. Great! Let's get started. Your answers to these exercises go in the comments. So, how about seeing these phrasal verbs in action? Wouldn't it be awesome to see people use them in actual dialogues? Well, I do think so, and that's why I compiled scenes from different films where they are used firsthand. So, with no further ado, let's get on with it.
We have 1 full day's rest before the long march to Iraq. This is where El Khatal will break away from the pack and the Mustang is still in, so we must maintain the pace.
She has a position of some responsibility out there with a high-tech computer outfit, so it's very hard for her to break away.
It's not here! It's here! Break it down! Jeez! Come on!
And why would a program be deleted?
Maybe it breaks down. Maybe a better program is created to replace it. Happens all the time.
Oh, you trying to just break me down in the driveway? Why you want to break your father down like that?
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's better. 'Cause you broke me down smooth just now. My eyes welled up.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
To find out the truth about your father, you're going to need to break into Browning's mind on your own.
They broke into the weapons vault. If the Frost Giants had stolen even one of these relics...
They didn't.
All right. You proved your point. You broke into my vault. Congratulations. You're a dead man.
But then, some rioting broke out between Hindus and Muslims.
I was in ROTC in college. The war broke out. I lost my advertising firm, and here I am.
4 of us made it to the lifeboat, but Korak was still on board the Goliath when the fire broke out.
He'd have to heat the cube to 120 million Kelvin just to break through the Coulomb barrier.
Unless Sebig has figured out how to stabilize the quantum tunneling effect.
Open this door, I'll break through it and grab you! Get the gate! Move! Break through the gate, let's go!
Are you breaking up with me?
Last year, up in the 33rd, I was breaking up a fight about a half a block from the high school. This one little spick is getting his clock cleaned by another one.
Oh, no.
Let's break it up!
The pilot is gone.
Portal 2 is down. The magnetic containment field is down!
Okay, if you want to see all these phrasal verbs in their unique drawings and do many more of these exercises, you can always go ahead and buy the book by using the links in the descriptions. The book is also offered as a mobile app, so you can have it wherever you are on Earth. If you need some more information about the book, please check out the introduction video. Back over there. Yeah, up there, back there. Got it. Oh, and don't forget to click on the like button if you like this video. Bye!